death-defying videos and the filmmakers who put themselves at risk. Well, I'm going to try to get away from Sonic for once and do a rant on something different. And you know, I think that you might understand where this one's coming from. A lot of you have noticed that lately here on YouTube there have been tons and tons and tons of videos of amazing and spectacular things happening. And you know what I have to say to that? What is wrong with these people? Are they trying to get themselves killed? Did they have like a death warrant on their head or something? I mean, sure, there's a lot of cool things happening in the world today, and a lot of it's so awesome that you have to see it on TV, but do people really need to put their lives on the line just to get a shot off? I mean, look at storm chasers. Storm chasers, they go after tornadoes almost every single minute of every single hour of every single day of every single month. And I have to say, they're pretty brave. They're pretty brave for putting themselves on the line just to get a shot off. But I don't think it's really necessary. But of course, the National Weather Service needs that stuff. And of course, Weather Channel needs it for their ratings. And ultimately, just to tell their grandkids stories. And I have full respect for them. What I don't have respect for is these people who think every horrible thing that could possibly happen, they have to film it. Let me give you a good example. Recently, there was an explosion in Toronto. Yes, that's in Canada. And it happened literally overnight. What happened? Well, let's just say this. A propane factory, I guess, if you want to call it that. I'm just going to say this. A propane factory exploded, and like tons and tons and tons of people have been posting videos of it on YouTube. Listen, many people don't want to see that. Many people's lives are going to be wrecked because of this. They're going to be scared. They're going to be traumatized. They're afraid that it could happen to them any second. And they should be thankful that the explosion wasn't anywhere near them. But what are some people doing? They're showing people videos of this explosion, saying how spectacular and unbelievable it is. And recently I've seen a few videos where people are so close to the explosion that they're pretty much in the line of fire. Let me ask you a question. Are you people crazy? You know, there's a reason why those cops were running you off, so that way you wouldn't be killed. I have this to say to you. What is wrong with you? You know, I normally ask that to freaks and geeks and all that kind of crazy stuff, but you guys are nuts. You guys are just crazy. I mean, I'm in the United States military, okay? And I know what danger is all about. And I know what explosions can I know what can happen when an explosion occurs. Mass hysteria. That's all I'm going to say. Mass hysteria. But, you know, that just surprises me. You guys want to put yourselves on the line just for that? Just for a shot? Just for a video? Just for, I don't know, shits and giggles? Or maybe you're doing, well, you know, some of you are probably doing this as like a shocking reminder that it could happen to you. You know, that's understandable. But for most of you who are saying like, it's just like Cloverfield, it's just like Cloverfield, it's so awesome, let me give you a little history lesson. Explosions kill. Many people die because of this. From what I heard, I believe there are 6 missing people, and I do believe, well, I'm not sure. I think I heard somewhere that a firefighter was killed in that explosion. Let me give you a little something to remember this by. Firefighters get killed by fires, explosions, and everything, and so do innocent people. And if you're going to look at it and say, wow, that's awesome, think about this. Are you saying it's awesome that people die? Are you saying it's awesome that firefighters get killed in this kind of event? You know what? Wow. This is demented. I have nothing else to say on this. All I'm going to say is this. If you think that filming something just because it's spectacular and awesome like an explosion, and you think it's just going to get you a lot of ratings, let me assure you something. Think about all the people that are going to be scarred for life when they see this. I'm not saying this as a bash, as a threat, or anything like that. I'm not even trying to be a troll, as most of you claim me to be, but that's a whole different rant entirely. What I'm saying is this. Don't do this. It's stupid, it's wrong, and I don't know who would think of doing something like this. And by the way, just because it was on the world's most amazing videos or real TV or any other show like that, just because it was on there and you think it's awesome, let me tell you something. It's scary to the people that had to survive that. Think about it. Remember, folks, this is not a threat. This is not a death threat. This is not a bashing video. I'm just ranting because people who do this really don't have their heads straight. And if you're going to bash me, well, that's fine. I don't care. Go ahead and bash me if you want. But for most of you, take this into heart. People who do this sort of thing don't seem to get it straight, so to speak. I'm done here. That's all I'm going to say. Look out for my next rant. My next rant's going to be on something very, very, very bad. And if any of you know me, you probably know what this is going to be. So stick around. You might like the next rant.